Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we are maybe checking out the most hardcore upcoming automation game that we'll be releasing in 2024. This is Lifecraft. The premise for this one is very interesting indeed. It's kind of like Spore, except you're playing as an organism, like kind of a bacteria-style thing. I am obviously not a biologist, so let me jump into things and explain to you what the heck is going on. Right, let's get rid of all that so that I can take you through the basic mechanics of the game, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun along the way. So, this is our play area. And there are a few things that immediately I should point out. We can build in this red area. There are sort of like, I don't know, like cell walls or organism walls, whatever that is. We've got all of this wall area, and we can build in this area. This is our safe zone. This is the outside world. What is out here is nothingness, except there is a temperature. There is an outside temperature. The temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. That is body temperature, I think, or thereabouts. Either way, this temperature is going to start to drop, so we need to keep that in mind that whenever we're playing, whatever we're doing, it is all with the goal of trying to make sure that we protect this area. There are bad guys that are going to come for us, like little virus creatures and bacteria stuff, so we need to be aware of that, but we also need to be aware of the temperature. Now, in order to fight off the temperature and fight off the bad guys, we're going to be combining a bunch of resources, making a factory, and having a grand old time. Now, the first thing that I should probably do is point out recipes. And this is why I kind of say that it's the most hardcore upcoming automation game, because it's a very cool automation game, but it's very, very hardcore. The first thing that we need to build is this, a workbench. Now, this is going to allow us to manually craft a whole bunch of different bits and bobs. Now, the building blocks for a workbench are two of these yellow subunits. Yellow subunits are made by combining amino acids. What the heck does this all mean, Potato? Could you stop talking complete gibberish? I'll break it down for you. There are four basic types of resources that we have access to. There is this red stuff, there is this yellow stuff, there is this blue stuff, and there is this green stuff. They look like little balls. The little balls are the basic amino acids that we are going to be using in order to build all of these different little subunits right here. They're all made from these things. Also, these little tubular things as well. Whatever the heck that means. Again, I am not a biologist. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I do know how to explain an automation game and a factory building game. There's also these resources as well. These resources are used for other stuff. We'll get into that later. Basically, there's a whole bunch of recipes that aren't actually unlocked at the moment, so we don't really need to worry about them. We'll sort of just come across them naturally, and then we'll unlock stuff in the big old tech tree as well. But again, let's get to that. Let's get to that in a little bit. For now, let's focus on getting the basics of our factory established, and I can also, if I bring up, there we go, bring up some goals here, which are going to help guide us a little bit. Now, the workbench. The workbench is built by building a subunit. We can't actually transform these amino acids into a subunit, so we're going to have to look outside of our organism. Now, there's a lot of stuff out here. There's glucose. There we go. That's a sugar, I think. There is whatever the heck that is, HB3. That's a vitamin, maybe, I guess, by the looks of things. But this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the subunit. Now, we can pick up to 4 resources. Oh, perfect, actually. We can pick up to 4 resources. Brilliant. And we'll place that down. We can pick up to 4 resources in our hands at any one time, and we are going to be doing that over the course of this playthrough. Now, how on earth are we going to automate this? How on earth are we going to create a factory? Let's actually maybe get rid of that because we don't actually specifically need it for now. Well, the workbench works kind of simply. We need to take resources. For example, we can take 4 of these things, stick them on there. Take 4 of those things, stick them on there, and we can basically just combine. We can combine these resources in any way that we want. So if I've put this little lovely rainbow suite of amino acids onto the workbench, it will actually unpause as well, and then I will. Oh, there we go. That was very close. Thought it was going to crash for a second there. This is a very early build of the game, I should point out. If we go into assemble here, we can have a little look at what we can build. This is You're not very happy with me. These are all of the different recipes that we can build. Now, what do I want to specifically build early on? I would love to build a primitive cytosome. I have absolutely no idea what that actually means, but we'll get to that. Let's build one of those. We can queue all of these up as well, which is really, really nice. And we can queue up that, and I'll queue up another one as well. Perfect. So what's going to happen is that all of our tasks that we've got queued up, and if I hover over, you can see that I've got 4 tasks queued. We're literally just going to combine those balls into the tubes, and then we're going to turn the 2 tubes, or 1 tube each, into the into the tube thing. I'm gonna call it like an outside in extractor for the sake of simplicity, which maybe sounds like a mouthful, but my goodness gracious me, it's less of a mouthful than any of the stuff that we're gonna have to deal with now. Anyway, the point of this little machine, or bio machine, whatever the heck it's called, is that it actually is that this is going to allow us to take resources from the outside, specifically this big old clumping of amino acids, and take them on in, which is very, very cool indeed. And we're going to do the same with... We're going to do the same with this sucker right over here. We'll probably put it like right up there. Either way, you can start sucking. That's good. Now, the next thing that we want to build is this primitive microtubule. I'm not gonna get used to all the fancy complicated names. But the point is with all of this. There we go. The point is that the microtubule is going to be made from the red stuff, so we're going to be automating the production of the microtubule first. This is basically just belt. I mean, it's microtubule. It's small tubes. It's belts. It's belts. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's belts. You know, in Factorio terms, it is a belt. We're going to be making belts. I feel really stupid for not just calling it belt earlier, but you know what? That is what it is. Either way, it's looking good. The workbench is working hard. There we go. As soon as we pick up this belt, by the way, it will just disappear into the ether. But it's not actually disappearing into the ether. It's actually not disappearing into the ether. It's going into our little bar down here, which is going to allow us to place it, which is great, because that's exactly what we want to do. Now, let's see if we can try and make ourselves one of these. What do we need for that? Okay, this is the ribosome. This is a very basic factory, and we need this very basic factory in order to build a bunch of stuff. But I'm also going to be building a few more inserters, as I'm going to lovingly call them. Build that, build that, build that, build that, build that, and build that. Okay, so the factory is going to go right over here. Very nice. And we can actually set up a recipe on the factory, and the factory can make... what is it that we're looking to make? We're looking to make probably these primitive microtubules with this. So we will make the microtubules with that, and we can actually toggle on, where is it? Yeah, there we go. Toggle on object info. So we can see at a glance what we need and what we're going to output. So very, very simple. We're putting in the amino acid. We're getting out these tubes. Can you start to see why this is hardcore? The subject matter is very intense. Anyway, inserters work kind of simply as well. We very simply have to grab one of those, one of these, and then we can select our microtubule that we made earlier, and what do you know? It moves very, very slowly from one part to the other into the machine, just like so. How great is that? It works like an absolute dream. Now, that's not the whole sort of part of the story, because we still need to make the primitive microtube, and we're going to be doing that in a different machine, but we don't have that machine unlocked yet, but we'll get to that in just a second. For now, let's see if we can get another ribos, whatever the heck it's called. Man, these names are just, they're just too... What am I doing? I need one of those. That's fine. We need loads of reds. We need loads of reds anyway. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, so we should just be able to stockpile a little bit of this red tube, up to 5, and we can also get 10 inputs as well. This is completely fine. This is completely fine. All right, select that, get rid of that, And we will start the process of plopping down this area over here. Remember, this stuff is useful for, yeah, primitive pickers, or inserters, as I shall lovingly refer to them as. Because my brain is not big enough to, compute the proper name for them. Right, let's go. We can actually go that close, to be fair. We can actually go really, really close. We don't have to have any distance at all between these two things. I mean, what we could even do, if I go like so, destroy that, pick that up, we can technically, if we want to get really sort of fancy, we can do something like this, and then we can put a little bit of tubing just to go down. And then we're going to be able to go in. We're going to be able to, obviously, we need to set the recipe. We want tubes because we're going to want to use the tubes in order to build the inserters, which is great. But yeah, we can really have a very, very tight setup. And to be honest, a tight setup is pretty important given the very limited amount of space that we've got here. Either way, good. We've got the basics of production up and running. We've got the basic smelteries. We've got the basic processing facilities. Happy days. How do we move our research on? I'll tell you. We get ourselves an evolver. We need 2 blue subunits. Well, blue subunits are pretty darn easy to get. There we go. 4 blue subunits. Get them made. Let's see if there's anything outside that's interesting, actually. NAD? Not sure. Glucose. ATP? I think that's like energy or something. Energy sugar. More NAD. There's lots of stuff outside. I don't actually know what any of it means, but that's fine. Anyway, let's assemble an evolver, shall we? An evolver is our research tech tree, and we're going to be building it, you know, prominently within the center of this establishment. Now, the evolver requires a bunch of different bits and bobs in order to work, depending on what is actually required. For example, we are going to be building this one. This is the assembler, and accordingly, we're going to need to get a bunch of different little puzzle pieces in order to make this work. Anyway, we'll queue it up to evolve, and we can actually see the number of puzzle pieces that we need right here. It's 1 orange, 1 blue, 1 purple, and 1 green. Now, we basically just need to find them outside the... oh, there we go. There's the green one. And we basically just need to throw them into the machine one at a time. It's another green one. I'll take it. I'll stick it. I'll store it over here. More green ones? Any non-green ones? That's a purple. Nice. That's another green one. And it's an orange one, and that's a blue one. Cool. So, I mean, it takes a little while for each piece to be processed on the evolver, but frankly, that's pretty much it. That's how we unlock at least this bit of tech anyway. There are going to be other bits of tech that are no doubt going to be more challenging, but at least I think that probably summarizes exactly how the basics of the game are played. The outside temperature has already dropped. It's not dropped a complete degree yet, but it's dropping. It's dropping, and it's something that I'm worried about. Something that I'm worried about for sure. Let's see if we can try and get these tubulars out. Stick them up here for now. There we go. That's all the tubulars. What do we need? We need purple and blue in there. There we go. And we'll just manually craft the... I say manually craft. I'm not manually crafting it. The workbench is manually crafting it. And we'll take the tubulars out of here as well. Cool. And we'll manually craft these. Just because I think it's good to have. Nice. Okay, so at least if we finish up with this... I'm going to need more inserters, am I? I'm going to need lots of inserters. Tubular. Inserter. And purple. Beautiful. Okay, so that should be the last piece of the puzzle, both literally and figuratively. We'll get both of those into... We'll get that into the machine. We'll get that sorted. Make sure you're continuing to come out here. And one more of those. One of those. One of those. Beautiful. This is looking This is looking pretty darn good. We got a lot of good stuff going for us. This is looking really, really nice. It's nighttime, apparently. I didn't realize it could ever be nighttime, but there we go. That's fine. We completed the research. That unlocks 2 things for us. It unlocks the assembler, a structure which can assemble proteins into finished products like buildings or tissues. Very nice. We got a catalyzer, a structure which converts some input items into some output items. It requires an enzyme to operate. Okay, well, I know that word at least. That's something at least. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that actually know what they're talking about in biological terms down in the comments who are going to be able to tell me what's up. But what do we got here? We got microtube. Microtubes are the main way to transport items in intracell zones. Okay, that's cool. We've got an item kicker, which can be placed over a microtube to force a specific direction. And then we've got a tunnel. A primitive tunnel. Goodness gracious me. That's going to be like tunneling through... That's like tunneling through flesh. Is that not absolutely... Is that not going to really suck and be very painful? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this assembler made. What do we need? We need green subunit and we need blue subunit. Assemble green. Assemble blue. Assemble both together. Fantastic. And in fact, we're going to do that twice. Green, blue, together. Beautiful. And it's all queued up, so the great thing is that it'll just be ready when it's ready, which is really, really nice. Okay, pick up the assembler. We will plonk that down right about there. We'll pick up you. We will say... You're going to come out, and we're going to say you are going to go in, which it actually shouldn't be that way, but we can do flip, which is fine. Then we'll get some primitive tubing. We'll go right down between there. Perfect. We will set the recipe. The recipe is going to be for primitive microtubing. Beautiful. And that should just work. That should just work. It's going to have to wait for a second charge to come through before it actually lights up, but that's great. And we're going to do... the exact same over here with all of my pre-prepared slots. It's going to be flipped and boom. Set the recipe. It was these ones, wasn't it? It was those ones. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I mean, that's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good if I do indeed say so myself. So that is just going to all sort of build itself. I mean, I don't really think that I want to take any sort of like piece of the puzzle away from any of this. This is all looking really, really good. We can look to the next stage. I do want to get this catalyzer down. How do we build ourselves a catalyzer? It's two green structure things, subunit things. Let's get that sorted. There we go. And subunit, and one of those. And then we'll also, whilst we're waiting, pick up that. We'll get, I can't even get one singular tube. I'll take the tube, I'll stick it in here, because why the heck not? And we'll pick up the microtubes, and we'll just get rid of them. There we go. We'll store in a very secure location. Not like it matters. I mean, nobody's going to be coming into this organism, I hope, and stealing all of my goodies, but that's fine. We can speed things up until morning, which hopefully will be nice and soon. And it's also probably a pretty decent idea that we get some goals back up. There we go. Okay. What are we doing? Assemble 10 objects, siphon 100 times, synthesize 100 proteins, automate the primitive picker product. I have automated that. Oh, we need an output. Is that the situation? We need an output over there? That's fine. Yeah, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, an enzyme thing. Let's have a little look. Right, get that placed. Catalyze your first reaction. Retrieve enzyme. They're able to speed up chemical reactions over 1,000,000-fold. The real question that I have is, what the heck is an enzyme? Is it something that we can get, like, just from the outside? Okay, we'll have to look into that. That's problematic. What do we need? What do we need next? What's the next stage of the puzzle? Basic transportation. I do like the idea of basic transportation. Just get our basic stuff sorted. Oh, there we go. We need to unlock the enzyme. Okay, I see. We just don't have it. DNA nuclei. Nuclees. Oh my goodness. There's just too many flipping words. Okay, let's start the process of getting the enzyme so that we can get faster reactions. That seems like a positive. Okay. Get all the goodies inside, all the things that I could possibly want. Okay, I think that's all the pieces of the puzzle. That's nice. Siphon 100 times, synthesize 100 proteins, catalyze your first reaction. We're working towards that. We'll get that done. Store more of these outside. Yep. More of those. This thing is very, very slow. What's this? A primitive disposer allows us to get rid of stuff? I don't think I want to get rid of stuff, do I? That seems like a bit of a no-no. I mean, I'm sure, like, everything is going to find its place. Can I maybe build another revolver? You know, maybe in hindsight, that's going to be a bit of a waste. We probably shouldn't be doing that. Build me an assembler. Build me an assembler or two. I'm going to need more assemblers anyway. Okay. Green, blue, assembler, green, assembler. That's fine. Right, what do you need next? You need purple. Okay, and then you just need this one, which I can't add, but I will add as soon as I possibly can. Right. Okay, you're working away. It is so unbelievably slow because this thing just absolutely sucks. I mean, there must be, yeah, there's definitely like better versions of this. In fact, we could probably even get multiple. We could get multiple suckers. How about that, actually? That's maybe not the craziest idea in the world. Let's store those. How about we get multiple suckers whilst we're doing this research? Okay. That piece of the puzzle, great. Green tube and blue tube. There, green tube, blue tube. Whatever, I said it wrong, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see if this allows us to squeeze in an extra little bit of production. I'm all about that. I'm all about that efficiency. All about that efficiency. Let's also pick up our next research pretty much immediately. Okay, get this here. And that there. Connect our tube and let's go. Is that going to work? Looks good to me. Looks like they're both sucking a ball of yellow, which is the right type of stuff to be sucking from the big pile of stuff. I definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay. It looks good. It looks good. It's all fine. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Automate the production of green. Oh yeah, we haven't automated the production of green tubes. Of green tubes and or blue tubes either. That's maybe something that we should do. Because we are going to need more. We are going to need more tubes. Probably regardless of whether or not we use the sucky things or not. There we go. Okay, more tubes. Right, did we finish that research up? So what did we get? We got a base pair ligase enzyme. Goodness gracious me. And a DNA nuclease. Plus, we can make AT base pairs. These are research components, for sure. These are research components, and we can make them... We can make them in this thing. So that's nice, at least. Right, let's get this out of the way for a millisecond. Oh, we've also got a mini-map up there, which I didn't realize that we opened, but happy days, it's looking good. How do I make a DNA nuclease? The names of this are so complicated, and I am just a small brain. ATP. We'll take more of those. Take more of these pizza components. They seem useful for stuff. What I was really doing was having a look outside to see if we could find a completed yellow unit, because you can occasionally find them just sort of floating around outside, but apparently not. That is not to be the case. We're gonna have to make our own yellow unit. Right. Give me yellow unit, blue unit, and one of those. And we'll select this. Select that. Select that, and okay, I now need to get there we go. I'm gonna need to get a lot of these. I think it's those, yeah. Okay. Get that, get that. Now, what is this? This is the DNA nuclease thing. So how do you work? Do you have inputs? Do you just input and then output the thing that I need? Let's have a little look. Have a little look at my goals here. Break up plasmids. Right, so we input a plasmid and we get these DNA nuclease things. Oh my goodness, it's so hardcore. It's so flippin' hardcore. So what the heck is a plasmid? That's what I want to know. What the heck is a plasmid? The nucleobase is the nucleobase is what we need. NAD, is that a that's energy, I think? Oh my lordy, it's a thing. It's a thing. This is what we need. This is it. This is a plasmid. Obviously, this is a plasmid. So what the heck is this then? That's a vitamin. I was right. Vitamin B3. I nailed that one. What the heck is this? That's glucose. That's energy. Okay. All right. We're doing this. We're doing this. Okay. Great. You do this. You do this. You take the plasmid and you. Nice. We got a piece of the puzzle. That's great. We got another piece of the puzzle too. Okay, this is fantastic. This is actually fantastic. Can I put you in here? No. I still can't do anything with that. I think I probably need to just add the components directly to you. What was that? Three, yeah, I might need to change that up, but we'll do that in a little bit. Okay, siphon 100 times, assemble objects. Let's get this over here. We'll get this over here. It's a little bit dark, I know. Not exactly a fan. Okay, set the recipe. Aha! Okay, we need to make the enzyme in here. We'll do that. We'll do that in just a sec. Let me make green pipes first. Let me make blue pipes here. Right. Get one of those. Okay, that should immediately work. And pick this up. Yoink it into there. Excellent. That should work pretty much immediately. I'm gonna grab this. Output here. Grab this. Input there. That works an absolute treat. That is great. Okay. Now that I've seen through the matrix. Oh, what the heck is this? Phyllophosphide. That's a lipid. Was I exaggerating, ladies and gents? When I said it was hardcore? You have to be hardcore. You have to be hardcore to do this. You have to be hardcore. Okay. Right, let's skip forward like multiple times speed as well, because I cannot be doing with the darkness. Thank you very much. Right. Can I throw another one of these? I should get another... I should get another one of those, what are they called? The siphon things. Yeah, give me my recipes back, please. Okay. Stay in 2 times speed, or 3 times speed, whatever it is. Give me that, and we'll do one of these suckies. Discover basic transportation, build 2 item kickers. Right, I'll get item kickers in just a sec. What about we suck in here? Nice. Okay. Destroy this. Stick that in there. And this feels like it's right. Which is what I am going on as a metric of what actually matters. What I would really like to see is it become day, though. That would be really, really nice. Okay, let's place this just in the center. Let's set a recipe. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves some enzyme. This enzyme is able to join 2 parts complementary base pairs. Okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna do this manually. So yeah, this is gonna be a problem until we get some better sucker inners. You know what I mean? Okay, 8. Did I not? No, I did. Yeah, it's going to be a problem until we get better sucker inners, because we're not going to be able to make this work. What's the issue here? You're just not inputting fast enough? Yeah, there's a direction issue there. To be fair, what we could probably do, for now, because I don't think we have the... We don't have the tools to properly organize this. Okay, get that removed there, and then that in there, and that was not the rotate button, but that'll be fine. There we go. That'll sort things out. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Okay, don't know why that's not working. You know what? I actually don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter right now. Just give me all the greens. Give me all the greens. Let's make an enzyme, baby. This is nice. This is nice. Okay. We're getting ourselves these DNA components. That is great. That is what we love to see. That is what we love to see. Get the green in there too. I've made an enzyme. I've actually made an enzyme. Okay, put that in there. Great. Set recipe. What do we want? What do we want to recipeize? What do we want to throw in? We got to do an advanced recipe, a semi-advanced advanced recipe. Primordial immunity? Oh my goodness gracious me. See, this is what I was talking about. There's bad guys outside the walls, and there are some things that we can do to mitigate against them. Like apparently building like launchers and stuff. What the heck? That looks like people. What the heck? A diffuser is able to deliver materials locally. It can heal infected tiles or replace oxidized buildings. Expansion. A dispatcher is used to send materials or chunks which must be built outside cells. We can build cell membranes. Okay, let's do this. So we need the orange into the blue slices. So we'll set recipes, orange into blue slices, and then I guess we just add the components. But thing is that, I mean, we got them all here, right? We got them all here. These are all the right, this is just what we need. That's actually just what we need. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Nice. Get all of these. Probably some of them. These are not required pieces, but that's fine. You know what? We'll get some of them in here. And we probably need the green ones for something else, right? The green and the purples. The green and the purples are going to be next. The green and the purples are going to be next. Okay, set recipe. Green and purples. I'll manually feed the purples in because I'm a chump, but that's fine. It's like this very, very hybridized system of moving things back and forth. Although this goes so fast. Like, this is some speed. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a messy one. It's a messy system of getting things done, but it does kind of work for, you know, the very short term. Which is actually, conveniently, all that I need it for. So, that's nice. Okay. Purple, feed that in. Great. Take the green off the belt, and we'll go back to making... We'll go back to making blue and orange for a couple more. Holy cow. I think that's it. I think that's all we actually need. Can you believe that? That is crazy. Okay, throw that in. That's the green and orange. I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of getting it done. Can we build another revolver? I know that I said no a long time ago, but now I feel like the answer might be yes. There we go, building a revolver. Excellent, throw that in there. Once we get a revolver done, we might be able to get a second one and maybe research twice as fast. It might not work like that, but I'm going to try. I think that's actually it. I think that's all that we need in order to get to the next level. I say the next level. In order to be able to expand our cytoskeleton scaffold protease. What the heck? What the heck is a protease? Honestly, that's just doesn't make sense. I mean, now we can prepare a cytoskeleton zone, expand one chunk. So this is green tubes, which we actually have. I don't even need to make them. We have green tubes. And then there are these tubes as well. There's other tubes. These tubes. These are vimentin. And they're made in this structure here. But I don't think they can be made until I get something else by the looks of things. It looked like I needed to get functional proteins first before we're able to build outside. I mean, we're gonna wrap up there because I feel like we got a really, really good handle on the game in the time that we did play it. I can see how this is like a real brain teaser, ladies and gents. Holy cow. This is very, very cool. I like it. This game has got a load of potential. I'm really excited to see more. This game is due to be coming out in Q1 of 2024. There is a playtest that is available right now. I think there's also a demo that sort of floats around as well. I don't know if it's up at the present moment, but definitely this is one that you might want to check out if you're into automation games, especially if you're into hardcore automation games, as it turns out. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Mine, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. I'll catch you next time. Bye.